So what is the solution to the war on drugs? It looks like the authority. We're not going to do a complete like they've got in the Philippines, where someone who's found with a bag of coke essentially gets executed. This crackdown doesn't work. So what is the solution?
I advocate for drug policy reform. Use that phrase. Like drug policy, because legalization is, it's more complicated than just the word legalization. Because actually, when you get into drug policy, you realise it's not just a button you press and it all stops. You actually have to get into the nitty and gritty of drug policy and stuff. So drug policy reform, I see as representing saying the current policies don't work. We have to reform and reshape this and look for ways. Now, part of that means elements of legalization. So I'm in favour of legalising marijuana. I think the UK is behind it. I think the UK should legalise marijuana. For a lot of reasons. This is the reasons of why should somebody be arrested? Why should there be gangs making money from selling weed, which is then an incentive and then drives violence and all kinds of stuff. Still today, you have these really violent cartels in Mexico. Still, it's a lot less now because of legalization in the States, but they're still moving some weed now. You still have the most violent players growing a bunch of marijuana, trafficking it to the United States. In Baltimore, there's still people selling weed on the street corners there and people getting shot over that. So legalizing marijuana, and then we have to get into a very difficult discussion about what we do with heroin, cocaine, crystal meth, fentanyl, which is other things. It's a difficult discussion. I don't know the answers. One thing I do think we need to look at, we can agree on, is we need to really take rehab very seriously. Particularly in the US, but in the UK as well. We have very, fragmented societies. Why in the US is there so much drug addiction? Why are people hurting so much? And according to the American Medical Association, only 10% of people addicts who need rehab are getting it. So you've got 90%, you've got a huge amount of work just to try and offer people the help they need. And for every addict you get off heroin, that's a lot of heroin they buy, because addicts are buying a lot all the time. Now, I do realise it gets into difficult things about cocaine, how we try and move on cocaine, on heroin, on crystal meth, but we've got to start having a conversation about this.